Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Doing well. How are you? I'm doing a little play-by-play for today's game. Why not? Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm trying to carve out as my career, so just put in the work. So I'm actually working for the section, so we're just here for our game of the week. Oh, we're live? So I should probably mute myself. It's a Saturday evening girls hoops action here on the San Diego section Prep Insider stream, simulcasted by the Del Norte High School Athletic Foundation. Welcome everybody to Del Norte High School, home of the Nighthawks, where they host the Valley Center Jaguars. Jonathan Rifkind on hand with you for the play-by-play as the Del Norte Nighthawks at 5-2 host the Valley Center Jaguars at 2-1. The back end of a home and home between these two teams. They battled it out last night up at Valley Center, but Del Norte won that one 67-21 here on a Saturday afternoon. We will see if the tables can turn a little bit in favor of Coach Lily Tomlinson's squad. On the other side, Melissa Peng in her first season does a great job at the helm for Del Norte at 5-2 in her first 7 games. But she has had a long history in San Diego, and as the evening progresses, I'm going to paint that picture for you. Don't want to give up too much right now off the bat, but it's going to be a really fun matchup. Two young head coaches here in North County with historically pretty talented programs. Valley Center has hosted some lower division championships over the last few years in their girls basketball program here at Del Norte. I mean, they compete in the tough Polomar League, but they hold their own. Last year, they were 20-10, 5-3, which was second in the Palomar League, but they lost to Mount Miguel, one of the perennial powerhouses here in San Diego, in the quarterfinal. But back in 2018-2019, just a hair over 500 here for the Nighthawks. They went 16-14. They finished 4th in the Palomar League, 3-5. But they found a way once again to get to the Division II San Diego section quarterfinals, but eventually lost to El Camino. This season obviously is shortened. There is no postseason for the fall and winter sports. Spring season will have postseason, but what this actually does is it acts as almost a preseason for the 21-22 school year. And for Del Norte, I mean, for the most part, this is a relatively young team. You have a freshman head coach for all intents and purposes. And then if you go down the roster, only 2 seniors, well, rather 3, but 2 that mainly play in Nikki Majetti, who's one of the captains, and Bryn Barnhart, the other. But other than that, the rest of this Del Norte roster is full of underclassmen or a handful of juniors. And having this spring season, being 5-2, beating Mission Vista, suffering a tough loss to Sarah where you can take big, or you have big takeaways from a game like that. And then beating Scripps Ranch, San Pasqual, and then just another tough loss to Carlsbad, another great team here in the North County. I mean, this is a really solid schedule for Del Norte. And then once they hit league here in Palomar and the home and homes begin, that's when the test here for the Nighthawks begins. That's what's going to give us the perspective for next year, what to expect here out of Del Norte. So we're about 3 minutes away from opening tip. I'm going to step aside for about a minute where you are watching the San Diego Prep Insider CIF section, San Diego section girls basketball game of the day. Del Norte taking on Valley Center here from Nighthawks Gymnasium. 2 minutes and 35 seconds until tip. We'll have starters and the tip for you on the other side of our quick timeout. Back here at Del Norte High School, Jonathan Rifkin with you. This is our first multicam broadcast that we're doing here on the San Diego section Prep Insider stream, and it couldn't have been done without the amazing staff here at Del Norte High School, led by Kyle, led by David Wheeler. They do a phenomenal job with the Nighthawks TV. They put on all sorts of sports. I mean, last week they had 5 sports streaming all at once, home and away, and allowing us to use the facility to partner with them to put on this broadcast. Just fantastic, and I really couldn't appreciate it more. What better way to spend a Saturday night than with some quality high school girls basketball here at Del Norte High School. Well, both these teams going back to their respective sidelines, a minute away from opening tip, and we want to thank our title sponsor, Mission Fed Credit Union, who is proud to partner with the CIF San Diego section. And they are also San Diego's largest member-owned, non-for-profit, full-service financial institution exclusively serving San Diego County. Banking at Mission Fed means doing good for San Diego, putting money back into the communities through supporting and helping hundreds of local nonprofit organizations. Also want to thank Scorebook Live, who is the official digital content partner of the CIF, your destination for following all of your favorite teams and players. Head to scorebooklive.com for scores, live play-by-play, and more. A special thanks to all of our sponsors and to you, the fans, the viewers, no matter how you're watching or where you're watching. All of us here at Prep Inside at Del Norte and Valley Center appreciate you making us a part of your Saturday evening plans. Well, we are ready to go. The 5-2 Nighthawks taking on the 2-1 Jaguars here on the back end of a home-and-home. Last night, these two teams battled it out on the basketball court. It was a 67-21 win for Del Norte, but you know that the Jaguars are ready to play here 24 hours later. Forget about the loss, and you play like it's a new day. Calista Tyrell, Madison Rush will be in the backcourt for the Nighthawks. Leah Biscocho and Bailey Barnhart in the backcourt. The final starter is Bryn Barnhart. So the Barnhart sisters, one a freshman and one a senior, starting out here for the Nighthawks. On the other side, Jamie Lucas, Jasmine Aguilar, Lauren Stelly, and Malaya Pojas, all ready to go here. Valley Center in their blacks with white numbers and letters on front and in back, outlined by that baby blue. Nighthawks in there, all whites, navy blue letters and numbers on the front and back, outlined with the gold. And we're ready for tip. A handful of fans here on site. Of course, each player able to have a guest list of 2 family members. And we're ready for tip. And it's taken by the Nighthawks. Here up is Biscocho. She's going to take right baseline on the opening attempt. It's short. Rebound falls to Jasmine Aguilar, the senior point guard, and she'll slow things down for Valley Center, trying to forget the loss last night as it's a brand new day. Little penetration going down that left baseline. And now Danica Fleck with it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fleck has to get rid of it. Right wing with 3 on the shot clock. That's Stelly, and it's going to be a turnover as the shot clock goes off, but prior to the Nighthawks retaining possession here, shot clock violation, turnover number 1 on the opening possession for Valley Center. 7:21 here to go in the opening quarter, and both teams with errant possessions to get things started. Inbound taken by Calista Tyrell. She's averaging 9.5 points per game. Back out to Leah Biscocho, the point guard sophomore, 0 for 2 now, but the putback is good by Bailey Barnhart, the 6-foot freshman. She's first on the team with 7.5 rebounds per game, and right there on the offensive glass, showing you the inside positioning, 2-0, the opening lead here for the Nighthawks. And on the other end, the 8-footer by Malaya Poas is too long. Ball goes out of play. Continuity for the Nighthawks has been stressed by head coach Pang. They move with a hastened pace, but never out of control. Aguilar, the gunner here under the hoop for the Jaguars, has to get it in, but it's taken away by Bailey Barnhart. Here come the Nighthawks now. Majetti with it, outlet pass. The 12-footer, just a step inside the right wing, is long by Majetti. Rather, that's Calissa Tyrell. Tyrell gets it back. Nice dribble drive, but the rainbow is too hard. Ball is fought around, bounced, and taken by Valley Center. Hannah Stelly able to rip it away and regain possession. Minute and a half here into the ball game, 2-0. Nighthawks lead. The Jags to my right, their bench trying to express their voice as a three is canned by Danica Fleck. 3-2, Valley Center leads here early. Turning up the pace, but a deflection on the pass. Nikki Majetti was on that right block looking for Bailey Barnhart. Good disruption by the Jaguars. Tyrell Cooper, nice find inside, but the lefty flipped too hard by Bryn Barnhart. Bryn, a senior captain, averaging 3.5 points per game. Really known for rebounding and tenacity down low, where she's averaging 2 blocks and 4 rebounds. 2-1-2 zone defense here for the Nighthawks, trying to keep the ball around the perimeter. The Valley Center up 3-2 thanks to the previous possession of 3. Stelly, right baseline penetration, good defense with 2 on the shot clock. It's an air ball taken away by Biscocho. Here come the Nighthawks in a 2-on-1. Biscocho loses it, gets it back for 3. Barnhart, no. And on the long rebound and then the throw away was Lauren Stelly, the sophomore for Valley Center. Clock stops at 5:28. It's 3-2. Del Norte trails Valley Center here. But Nighthawks side out here on their own side of the hoop. Sub coming in. Nikki Majetti is going to take a seat. Simran Randalhal, checking in. She leads the team, second on the team with 11 points per game, but she leads the team in 3-point percentage, up at 59%. Absolutely scorching hot for Randhawa. All right, side in here for the Nighthawks. Into the corner, the ball goes to Barnhart. Cross-court pass, Randhawa with it. And a nice little handoff here, and splashing it through is Calissa Tyrell. On that right baseline, now a full-court trap in effect, Valley Center. Up at the middle, and a foul is called as legs got wrapped up. Hannah Stelly got ran over right there up top. 5:09 remaining here, opening quarter, 4-3 the score. Valley Center maintaining possession side out. Danica Fleck with it. Junior guard, averaging a hair over 5 points per game. They play through the middle, and that's how you beat that zone. You try to move around the center option. An errant shot taken from the free throw line. Stelly is way off on that one. Rebound is taken by the Nighthawks. On the break. Now left baseline penetration by Tyrell. Brings it back out. Nice cut, and a foul is called down low. Tyrell got wrapped up with Hannah Stelly. Good find. Calissa Tyrell knotted up on the block. A good cut by Barnhart. Leads her to the free throw line. Up 4-3 right now. 4:42 up on the clock. Bailey Barnhart, 9.8 points per game. Leads the team with 7.5 rebounds. A hair under 3 assists. This is a freshman to watch in the county, folks. A massive contributor here during the 2021 spring season. Couldn't hit the front end on the season, though, from the free throw line. She's now 8 for 13. Too hard on the second attempt. Randhawa, with the board. Into Barnhart. The baseline penetration. Hop step, no. Board falls to the Jaguars. Fleck with it. 4.5 to go here, opening quarter, 4-3. Nighthawks lead by 1. Fleck stops, tries to drop in and out from the three-point arc. Good rebound, ripped away by the Nighthawks. Here they come now on the break. That's Tyrell. Lead pass taken, kicked back out, Piscocho with it. Now perimeter ball movement. Tyrell, the flip up, too hard. Tipped off her fingertips, but into the hands of Valley Center and Jasmine Aguilar. 4 minutes to go here, opening quarter, 4-3 score. Left wing. Now on that left shoulder, Malaya Pojas with it back out. The block on the three. Fleck had it swatted away. Now the Nighthawks on the counter. Tyrell got wrapped up on that post with Stelly. And that'll be a shooting foul. Jade Mazzetti gonna check in here. Barnhart tees up. 0 for 2 so far from the line today. Now 0 for 3. Stelly's gonna take a seat. 1 point game here. It was 3-2 for 2.5 minutes, and then goes to Tyrell, laid it in to bring the lead up to 4-3 for the Nighthawks here. 0 for 2 on the trip, 0 for 4 in the day for Bailey Barnhart. Valley Center looking to capitalize here on the 0 for trip from the freshman. Lauren Stelly, the sister of Hannah Stelly, with it, and offensive foul is called. Illegal screen down that sideline, and possession will turn over back to the Del Norte Nighthawks. Sub coming in now is Nicole Blanchett checking in. Blanchett, the junior forward, standing at 5'10", averaging a hair over 4 points per game. 3:25 to go here, opening quarter, 4-3 score. And look at that half-court trap now in effect. Piscocho, though, able to beat it all alone. Her first score on the lay-in, 6-3. Nighthawks lead by 3, the largest of the game. Now a little zone press here, and it works to perfection. Blanchett on the steal, goes to Tyrell, now into the corner for 3. Good offensive board, and now the 12-footer from the baseline is good by Blanchett. Her first basket, an 8-3 lead now for the Nighthawks. Timeout taken in the backcourt. The first stoppage here of the game, 2:50 to go, opening quarter, 5-point lead for the Nighthawks. Are really laying on the pressure defensively over the previous 5 or so minutes, and that's what you want, right? It was a slow start for Del Norte. They're looking to get out in transition. How do you get in transition? Well, you force turnovers in the backcourt, or you trap at the line, force the other team into an error, because right now what Valley Center is doing, they're capitalizing, but they're really only capitalizing in half-court sets. If you're Del Norte, your coach Pang, you're saying to your team right now, keep the pace going. Coach Lily Tomlinson on the other side, you want to slow it down for Valley Center. Get into your sets, move the ball around, work to get the best possible shot out of each and every possession. During this quick break in the action, we want to thank the LA Chargers, one of our premier sponsors. Fans as champions for football at all levels, the Chargers are proud to support CIF Athletics. Learn more about the Chargers' work through Southern California at chargers.com/community. Out of the timeout, it'll be Jaguars basketball with 2:46 to go here in the opening quarter, and a 5-point lead for the Nighthawks. The trap comes immediately on Jasmine Aguilar, though she has an outlet, and now Jaguars moving with numbers. Fleck with it. Her outlet pass down low, though, is deflected off the foot of her intended target in Stelly, and it'll be another turnover here for the Jaguars. And that's what I'm saying about that full court press, because yes, it was beat, but the intensity that you enforced was so fast. The pace of play increased, and it really dropped the Jaguars out of their comfort zone. Stubbs coming in now. Malaya Pojas, or check that, that's Ella Storms coming in. Hannah Stelly takes a seat, 8-3 score, Nighthawks in possession of the basketball. Tyrell with it straight away. Nice cut into the middle, and Blanchett gets absolutely pummeled on the lay-in attempt, and she'll go to the line for 2. Jade Mazzetti picks up her first foul. 4th team foul now here for the Jaguars. Only 1 to this point for the Nighthawks. And Blanchett can't hit the front end. Eleni Huntalas checks in here for the Nighthawks. sophomore guard, averaging 2.6 points per game, but at 5'6", averaging 4 rebounds. A really big contributor down low for the Nighthawks. Subs coming in as the back end was hit. That was the first free throw made of the day on 6 trips now for Del Norte. 2:22 to go here, opening quarter, 9-3 score. Jags in possession of the basketball facing the zone, and there it is, the full court zone. Down low, Blanchett uncontested, too hard off the board. Offensive rebound, Tyrell. They'll reset now, Randhawa with it. Dump down low, Blanchett, nice inside positioning, too hard. Another offensive rebound, Barnhart able to save it. Right wing now. Gonzalez into the middle, Tyrell the floater, too hard, and this time the Jaguars able to rip down possession. Fleck with it, dives to the floor, but a foul is called. Nicole Blanchett got a tad too physical trying to get possession back. 1:50 to go here in the opening quarter, 9-3. It's been a relatively slow game. Danica Fleck's 3, the only points on the board for Valley Center so far, but they do have possession of the basketball. Full court trap in effect. Forced a turnover last time down, but this time a foul. Blanchett wrapped up the Jaguars' Ella Storms in the backcourt. Only the second team foul, so a few to give here for Del Norte. Nikki Majetti coming back in. Nicole Blanchett will take a seat. Majetti started the game for the Nighthawks. Clock stops with $1:46 to play, a 9-3 score. And after a blinding quick first 5 minutes, the last 2.5 or so minutes of this quarter has been at a snail's pace. On the inbound, almost taken away. Gonzalez really turning on the Jets there, but just a tad too late to it. Nonetheless, good deflection. Deflect the gunner here, full court press for the Nighthawks, working on the intensity, up by 6. Ball is tipped, taken away. Left wing 3, uncorked too hard, rebound falls to the Jaguars. Good job by Mazzetti. Ball is tipped away from Fleck, taken by Gonzalez. Now the dribble drive, outlet right wing, Tyrell at the free throw line. Step inside, flip in and out. Rebound falls to Mazzetti. Really good baseline and dribble drive penetration by the Nighthawks. They just haven't been able to finish. And for Valley Center, you have to find a way to capitalize. You're only down by 6, plenty of time here to go. $1:15 in the opening quarter. On that left wing is Aguilar. Back up top, Storms with it. She tries the 13-footer. It's short. Nighthawks on the counter now. All the way to the rack, it's short. Rebound is taken back out. Into the corner, good movement, and Huntales can't hit. Outlet pass to Majetti on the offensive rebound. She can't hit, and after 4 opportunities and another handful of offensive rebounds, the Nighthawks still can't convert. Under 40 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. 17 difference between shot clock and game clock. 6-point lead, Valley Center trailing. Jaguars with it. Fleck, free throw line, pulled the trigger too hard. Offensive rebound by Staley. She's rejected inside, taken away by the Nighthawks. Majetti with it, leading the charge. Majetti all the way, coast to coast, can't hit, but she's fouled and she'll go to the line for 2. Jasmine Aguilar got in the way. Check that. Danica Fleck picks up her second foul. And clock stops here at 20 seconds with Nikki Majetti at the free throw line. 7 for 13 from the charity stripe so far this season. Can't hit the first one. Bohas checks back in, relieving Ella Storms. Randhawa also takes a seat for the Nighthawks. Biscocha coming back in for her. Back end good, though, for Majetti. Goes 1 for 2 from the line that time. Extends the lead to 7. No shot clock now for Valley Center. Fleck able to maintain possession after it was tipped here on the inbound. Goes to Stelly. She crosses the timeline with 10 seconds to go. Ball is tipped away and a foul is called. Barnhart was able to get a hand on the ball, but she collided with Aguilar. And that'll be a foul on Bailey Barnhart. 8.2 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. 10-3, both teams playing at a slow pace offensively. It hasn't been a relatively clean game offensively, but some nice defense on both sides. Outlet pass is taken away by Barnhart. Thrown up to Majetti. She tries a three as the quarter expires. It's a tad too hard. And at the end of one, the Del Norte Nighthawks lead the Valley Center Jaguars 10-3. Only points for Valley Center in that opening quarter was that right wing three uncorked by Danica Fleck. Other than that, it's really been both teams just missing easy shots. Del Norte has done a really good job keeping the ball around the perimeter, finding open bodies, moving, cutting. Calissa Tyrell and Bailey Barnhart have been cutting from the perimeter down low to the hoop more times than not, and they've had some really nice opportunities. The problem is they're just not finding the bottom of the nylon, and that's the name of the game. You can do all of the fundamentals right, but if you don't make the basket, it's really hard to win games or to build up some consistency offensively. Valley Center's doing a really good job getting in the passing lanes defensively, making the Nighthawks work. But I will say, Del Norte, they've been a staple this season on the offensive glass. Up to this point, in 7 games, they're averaging 11 offensive rebounds per game. And you might think that's not a lot, but compared to the rest of the San Diego section, that's in the top 2%. So they're really good, this Nighthawk team, at getting offensive rebounds. But the second chance points just haven't been there, and that's why Valley Center right now finds themselves into this game, trailing 10-3 as we hit a fresh quarter here. Second quarter ready to go. Valley Center in possession of the basketball, trailing by 7. Aguilar with it, and she's stripped by Majetti. Majetti gonna take it coast to coast. The stutter step, the flip, too short under the glass. Rebound taken by Staley, and she's off to the races now. Staley stops left post, flips it up and in. Nice play by Lauren Staley, the sophomore. First field goal since the 6:42 mark of the first quarter for Valley Center. Nice pass down low. Tyrell, lefty flip, no, gets the offensive rebound. Back into the corner. Majetti swishes through a three. First tray of the day for Del Norte. They're up by 8 now. And for Majetti, shooting 40% from beyond the arc this season, one of the deadlier three-point shooters for the Nighthawks, and a quick timeout taken by the Jaguars. They want to try and keep the pace of play slower. Right now you can feel finally the momentum shifting to the Nighthawks. You keep it slow, you keep it composed, you get into your sets, you work the ball around, eventually you start getting baskets if you're Valley Center. And that's the idea here for Coach Lily Tomlinson in her first season with Valley Center, trailing 13-5. Well, during this break in action, it gives us an opportunity to pay some bills. Eastbay is the official athletic retail partner of the CIF and home to all your game day needs with a wide selection of high-performance athletic apparel and shoes. Eastbay will make sure you're ready to dominate the day. Head to eastbay.com to find your fit today. Out of the timeout, Jaguars basketball, 7:11 to go here, second quarter, trailing by 8. Fleck takes the outlet pass, but she's caught in a triangle of defenders. On the steal, Biscocho, her second of the day, goes up top, Tyrell. Majetti just had a three. Dribble drive inside. Nice outlet pass down low, but Barnhart can't hit the flip in. Gets the rebound. This time turns, shoots, and scores. Way to stick with it for Bailey Barnhart. 10-point lead now, the largest of the day for the Nighthawks. Stelly gets caught. Tyrell knocks it away. Stelly regains it, goes to Aguilar. Aguilar against that double team. Goes up to Fleck at the straightaway three. Lily wants her to shoot it, but Fleck decided to dump it off into the corner. Stelly now, nice offensive move to get her defender up in the air. She's trapped now. And shot clock violation. The third of the game for Valley Center gives the possession back to the Nighthawks. Up 15-5. So Leah Biscocho bringing it up for Del Norte. Putting the moves on, and what a nice little flip up and in. This just a sophomore, averaging 5.3 points per game, but her assist total up near 3. One of the key facilitators. Fleck gets caught in front of me. Aguilar able to maintain possession here. Got to get the ball up, though. Staley gets trapped by Biscocho and Majetti. Jump ball, and it goes back to the Nighthawks. That's where the possession arrow was pointing. 12-point lead now for Del Norte. A hair over 2 minutes into the second quarter. And now subs coming in as Rand Howa gives Majetti some rest now. Majetti had a big 3 earlier to bring the lead up to 8. Since then, it's been all Del Norte. Biscocho. A nice floater from Blanchett about 5 feet out. Good find by Biscocho. 19-5, Del Norte up. And now Staley with it. Finds her sister. That's Lauren from Hannah, too high off the glass. Blanchett keeps it alive, but it's taken away by Aguilar. Look at that defense move. Valley Center still moving the ball pretty well. Hannah Staley gets trapped, finds a cutting Aguilar who floats it up and in. What a play, making nothing out of something. Something out of nothing for Jasmine Aguilar. Gonzalez can't respond with her own floater. Valley Center in possession, trailing by 12, 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Into the corner, Staley with it. That's Hannah. Now perimeter ball movement finds the hands of Aguilar up top. High screen. Aguilar kicks it out to Staley with 10 on the shot clock. Ball has yet to move inside the perimeter. Now Hannah. Floater is good on the left shoulder. And a mini 4-0 run. It's back to a 10-point lead. Randhawa uncorks the 3 and drills it. She's shooting up near 60% on the season for a reason. Now 1 for 2 today, 22-9, and just like that, all the momentum that Valley Center was building up just sucked back out by the Simran Randhawa 3. Turnover by Valley Center in the backcourt gives the Nighthawks back possession. Subs coming in now. Madison Rush makes her first appearance. Bailey Barnhart takes a seat on the inbound Biscocho. Finds Rush, low post, lefty flip, no. Good defense by Jade Mazzetti. She also got the rebound. Stelly, right baseline penetration, pushes off, can't get a hold of the ball, but it's off of Del Norte. Good defense by Biscocho down on that far side, forcing the error. But it stays with Valley Center. 4:13 to go here in the first half, 22-9. Staley leaves the first attempt short, and then a jump ball down low. It'll stay with the Jaguars. 4:09 to go here. Second jump ball here of the half. Aguilar the gunner. Nice bounce pass to Fleck. Gets wrapped up, and a foul is called. Leah Biscocho hacked her on the arm. And Fleck will head to the line for 2. Danica Fleck, one of the captains on this team, and one of a handful of juniors, only 2 seniors on this Valley Center roster, so still building that continuity amongst the younger players. And Fleck hits the first, the 12-point game. Kathleen Nelson, one of the 2 seniors on this roster, as I just mentioned, checks in for her first moments. Hannah Staley takes a seat. 4:08 to go here, second quarter. And Fleck trying to cut this lead in half. She does. 22-11, 4:08 remaining here in the half. And an errant pass is taken away by Aguilar in the backcourt. Turnover, Del Norte, one of the rare Nighthawk turnovers here today. Aguilar able to beat the press. Straight away, uncorks a 3. This would be big. In, out, and back in. Massive shot by Jasmine Aguilar. The Jaguars, to my right, are going crazy. It's an 8-point game. The fake down low, a foul is called, and Eleni Huntalis will go to the line. She got wrapped up with Jade Mazzetti. But Valley Center has built up some momentum. They have 14 points right now. They had 21 all of last night, and you can tell they're giving this one everything they have. It is so much fun to watch, just the effort. It's inspiring, really, to watch the effort of this Jaguars team to get back into this game. Huntalis at the line, where she's 0 for 0 this season, her first trip in 7 games. Of course, the 2 loss for the 5-2 Del Norte Nighthawks came back on the 2nd of April to Sarah. Tough game there as the first one from Huntalis falls. And then a really tough loss, a 59-53 nail-biter against Carlsbad back on the 10th of April. Of course, Carlsbad, both girls and boys basketball amongst the best in the county this season, but a quality loss, if you will, if you can take some silver lining from it for the Nighthawks in that one. Gonzalez lines up number 2 off left. Rebound falls to Rush on the offensive end. Blanchett takes the outlet. Renthawa, dribble drive penetration, right baseline. Jump shot by Biscocho, dribbles out. Rebound by Blanchett. Third opportunity here. Renthawa flipping it up and in. She has some serious game, folks. Showed off the range a couple of possessions ago. Right there, nice. Ability to maintain control of possession and float it up and in. Lead back to 11, a 3-0 run here for Del Norte. Staley for 3, too hard off the backboard. Rush with the rebound, her second of the day. Nighthawks continuing to control the pace here. Gonzalez's floater is short, rebound by Mazzetti, and then she launches that one to the bench for the Jaguars. Turnover goes back to the Nighthawks. Under 3 to play here in the half. It was 10-3 after the first quarter. It's 25-14. Both these teams erupting for offense here in quarter number 2. And we're going to get some subs now. Danica Fleck comes back in. Kathleen Nelson as well. Mazzetti and Aguilar, the other 2 Jaguars out there. And now confusion on the court. And now we're ready to go. 25-14, 2:56 to go here, second quarter, Nighthawks ball. Renthawa with it up top. She has 5 points. Rush now. Errant floater, good defense, offensive foul. Sliding into position with Kathleen Nelson, drawing the charge, forcing the turnover. And there's perhaps no more selfless play in basketball than the offensive foul. You're really as a defender, you're giving yourself up for the betterment of your team. Good play from Nelson right there. Valley Center in possession now, 2:43 to go here and counting, second quarter. Fleck tries a 3, she's 1 for 2, in and out. On the rebound though, Kathleen Nelson hits and the foul. And the Jaguars bench to my right, they are feeling it right now. Lauren Stelly back in. Jade Mazzetti takes a seat. 25-16, 2:36 to go here, second quarter. The and one shot no good from Nelson, rebounded by the Nighthawks, and now they're in possession. Up by 9. Valley Center has found a way to remain in this one. The left dribble drive penetration. Talk about a friendly roll. Lead back up to 11 for the Nighthawks on the floater. Pace remains slow. Whenever the pace is slowed down, Valley Center has built momentum. And then a steal by Renthawa. She said thank you very much as she picked Aguilar's pocket. Renthawa facilitates. The 8-footer is too hard. Ball's batted around. Taken by Claire Medley, who just checked back in. The floater left wing, Blanchett. And now on the rebound, a fight down low between Hannah Stelly. And it'll stay with the Nighthawks. 27-16, under 2 minutes to play now, second quarter. And what has been a really fun second quarter of action, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And Howe on the inbound. Goes baseline, nice outlet pass, ball moving on the near side for the Nighthawks. Nice defense by Aguilar, 10 on the shot clock. Renthawa thought about a 3, instead a little dribble drive, too hard, ball's bounced around, taken by the Nighthawks. Medley, she tries a floater, off right. Ball's taken by Stelly, down by 11 with a minute and a half to go. Valley Center trying to apply some pressure defensively and capitalize on offense. Aguilar, little fake up top, finds Fleck. She unloads for 3 and drops it through. She's 2 for 4 from beyond the arc, and it's an 8-point lead for the Nighthawks. It's cut back down. Great job by Valley Center. Renthawa tries to answer back, too short. Offensive rebound, though, taken by the Nighthawks. And The turn and fire, no good, too hard. Rebound, though, goes off the fingertips of a Jag, and it's going to stay with the Nighthawks. So momentum right now is with Valley Center. Pace of play has been slower. The Nighthawks have not been able to capitalize from perimeter ball movement, and Valley Center has done a great job. Nice inbound there, though. And the Nighthawks finally get one through. First time in a minute and 15 seconds they've scored. 10-point lead now for Del Norte. Valley Center in possession, under 45 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Nelson. Post move, no. Rebound falls to Del Norte, and a push in the back on the Jag center. And I believe we'll have a one-on-one. No more fouls to give on either side. 17 fouls apiece, 29-19. Del Norte lead, 36.1 to go, which means we'll have a 1.1 second difference between shot clock and game clock after the ensuing 2 free throws. Front end of the one-on-one, no good. Stelly rips down the rebound, finds Fleck. Fleck has been a force tonight, facilitating and also shooting here for Valley Center. Nice defense from Randhawa, forcing her to give up that dribble. Now Stelly with it up top. Dumps it to Nelson in the corner, 10 on the shot clock. Nelson spinning left post, floats it up, tough shot, almost got it to fall. Randhawa with the board, 10 seconds to play. 6 seconds to go. Right wing three, short. Rebound falls, thrown under, and with 1 second to go, that's how the half will conclude. 29-19. Del Norte's up by 10, but that second quarter really belonged to Valley Center. I understand it was 10-3 going into the corner, and they gave up 19 points on their own end, but they scored 16 points, and they really stuck with it. When you slow down control and pace of play, if you're Valley Center, that's when they were getting most of their points and forcing Del Norte into some tough defensive sets. We're going to get the first half stats from our scorekeepers here, and then we'll be back for the second half of action in about 8 minutes or so. But for everybody here at Del Norte doing a great job, a big thank you to all of the guys for making this broadcast possible. My name is Jonathan Rifkin. I'm going to step aside. 8-minute break or so. I'll come back and spend about a minute and a half to get you ready for the second half of action. You are watching our Prep Insider San Diego section girls basketball game of the day. Del Norte taking on Valley Center, 29-19. Nighthawks up over the Jaguars at halftime. Back for more in a moment. Each and every broadcast, as always, presented by Mission Fed Credit Union. 34 seconds away from the second half. Welcome back, everybody, to Del Norte High School, where the Nighthawks have a 10-point lead over the Valley Center Jaguars. Jonathan Rifkind back on the call with you for the second half of action. And, folks, I think it's going to be a good one. Valley Center has found a way to stay in this game. They've even slowed down the pace of play, built up some momentum. It's all been led by the play of Danica Fleck and Hannah Staley. The 1-2 punch of guards on the perimeter has kept Valley Center not only in it, but honestly, this team might have enough juice to really push the envelope here and maybe even be aggressive on the scoreboard come the second half. And we are ready to go. Valley Center Del Norte here on our Prep Insider San Diego section. Game of the day. Wrapping up a long week of broadcasting. The steal here for the Nighthawks. That's Tyrell. Nice outlet pass, gets it back. And a little hot potato between Barnhart and Tyrell gives the Nighthawks the opening basket here of the second half, 31-19. From freshman to sophomore, the forward duo of Tyrell and Barnhart will be leading this team for years to come. Corner three, Fleck uncorked it, leaves it short, tried to get the rebound. Barnhart said no. Del Norte coming the other way. Tyrell, a little flip from the hip, and it's good for two. 33-19, 4-0 run to open up the second half here for Del Norte. Valley Center with it. The Staley sisters playing back and forth. Hannah Staley's shot is too hard. Rebound falls to Tyrell. Del Norte on the move now. Nikki Majetti with it. Into the corner, Barnhart. Left wing, Tyrell. She tries a three and hits nothing but nylon. Her first three tonight. A quick timeout by Coach Tomlinson to my right. 6:43 to go here, third quarter. And a 7-0 start for Del Norte has them up 35-19. This 16-point lead matches their largest of the game. The last time we saw Del Norte up by this margin of 16, Valley Center went on a 10-2 run to cut the lead to 8. We'll see here if they have any left in the tank to do just that as we hit the third quarter. But first, we want to thank Mission Fed Credit Union, who is a proud partner of the CIF San Diego section. But they're also San Diego's largest member-owned, non-for-profit, full-service financial institution exclusively serving San Diego County. Banking at Mission Fed means doing good for San Diego by putting money back into the communities through supporting and helping hundreds of local nonprofit organizations. Thank you to Mission Fed Credit Union for your support of the Prep Insider San Diego section broadcasts. 35-19 out of the timeout. Jaguars in possession of the basketball. It's Aguilar. Goes to Staley. Now Mazzetti on that high post. Floats it up. It's errant. Rebound falls. And here come the Nighthawks now. Bryn Barnhart was the rebounder prior to that pass. Now up top, Majetti with it. Right wing, Biscocha. Aguilar up on her. 12-footer pulled by Tyrell. Left short. Rebound ripped down. Nighthawks with it. Barnhart left shoulder. Nice little stutter step all the way to the rack. Switching up speeds, the freshman Bailey Barnhart splits the double team and finds herself all alone for two. 37-19, largest lead of the game now for Del Norte. Aguilar tries to respond with a left shoulder floater. She can't. Majetti now in a one-on-one, takes it all alone all the way, and the lefty flip is good. Aguilar tried to contest without fouling. Majetti, though, showing the strength on that. Bring it up 39-19. A little 10-0 lead. Start, rather, here for the half. Del Norte with it. 3-on-2. Majetti up and under this time. Nice footwork along the baseline. 41-19 after the senior converts for two. Fleck with it, calling out the orders. Valley Center is yet to score here in the second half. Long three from the chest, and it's too short. Rebound falls. Majetti with it, goes back to Barnhart. She lays it up and in for two, but a foul is called. Offensive foul. Majetti ran over Stelly on the pass. And Stelly probably didn't feel very good, but on a physical level, but mentally she knows that she just took one for the team and got her team back the basketball. That is a selfless basketball play right there. 41-19, under 5 to play here in the third. 41-19, a 12-0 start here for Del Norte. We Nia Biscocho with it, crossing the timeline. Picked up. Check that. Biscocho was on defense. Aguilar was bringing it up. Now Pojas with it. Nice dump down low. Nelson shot is too hard. Rebounded by Barnhart. The Nighthawks on the counter. Majetti. Tyrell now. Nice dump down to the post. Barnhart kicks it back out to Majetti. She has a three from out there. This time, though, showing the drive ability. Too hard off the glass. Nelson with the rebound and the counter. Valley Center with it. High post, back out for three, flex, splash, no, off left. To look good from here. I couldn't hold myself back from saying it. Nighthawks with it, into the corner. Majetti lines up a three and almost cans it, but leaves it short. Tyrell chases down the board in a platoon swap, getting ready here for Coach Pang. On the drive, Barnhart hits and the foul. Anna Staley on the ground, wrapped her up. Barnhart will head to the line for the and one of 43-19, pending the extra free throw. Under 4 to play here in the third. Blanchett, Huntalas come in. Madison Rush as well for the Nighthawks. And Simran Renthawa. The Staley sisters will swap. Lauren Staley comes in for Hannah Staley, 43-19. Del Norte leads at the free throw line. Bailey Barnhart looking to convert the and one here with 3:57 to go in the third. In and out. Rebound falls, and here come Fleck and Valley Center. Looking to score here for the first time in the half. Fighting off the tough defense of Huntalas. And a foul is called. Too handsy there. Was Eleni Huntalas, and now substitution Claire Medley regains an opportunity here on the floor. Bailey Barnhart will take a seat. Side out Valley Center. Staley, the inbounder, goes right into the hands of the Nighthawks, and here they come on the counter now. Huntalas leading the break. Brings it back out right wing. And on the reset now, Medley with it. That's Blanchett, excuse me, dribbling right baseline. Whistle is blown, foul is called. And it'll be under the hoop here for Del Norte. Sub coming in. Jade Mazzetti. Malaya Pojas will take a seat here. 43-19 the score remains. Nighthawks basketball under their own hoop. Blanchett with it, right block. Kicks it back out. Huntalas, nice little dribble drive, but the flip is no good. Good defense by Fleck, able to stay strong without committing the foul. Aguilar now with it. 3:20 to go here in the third. Valley Center looking to get on the board for the first time in the second half. And that's a way to do it. Jasmine Aguilar faking right, taking the baseline left, and flips it up on the reverse for two. 43-21. First points here of the half. Renthawa for three, swish. Her second here tonight. 46-21, and just like that, Del Norte adds on to their total here, up by 25. Aguilar going right at the defense, kicks it back out. Fleck for three, pretty hard on the 30-footer, no good. Offensive rebound, too hard on the follow by Nelson. Rebound falls to Renthawa. Nighthawks with it. Picked up by Aguilar, she gives it to Huntalas. Now Rush, fakes left. Penetration right, too hard off the board, but a blocking foul is called. She'll head to the line for two. Nelson tried sliding into the way, but was still shuffling those feet. Madison Rush, 4 points per game, 3.5 rebounds. 2 for 4 from the line so far this season. Can't hit the first. Melissa Pang for the Nighthawks in her first season with this team, but she's not new to San Diego and certainly not to this pocket of North County. She went to Westview, actually, where she was a captain her senior year. She averaged 14 points and 5 assists. She was also part of the 1,000-point club as a senior, or when she graduated. Of course, won that D2 San Diego CIF championship, section championship, and was named the MVP of D2 back in 2015. She went on to play at NYU for 4 seasons and was a major contributor as a multifaceted guard. Of course, she came back down here to coach thereafter. She did make the NCAA tournament and averaged 30-plus mins a game. really solid collegiate career for Coach Pang, and now taking her expertise back to San Diego as the head coach at Del Norte, where she has a 5-2 record and a 25-point lead here today. Nice D up top by Hatalis. Staley left dribble drive, no. Nelson with the rebound, rejection down low by Blanchett. Ball is saved, but off the foot of Rush. It'll stay with Valley Center. And of course, Del Norte, back in 2019-2020, had a trip to the Division I San Diego section postseason, lost to Mount Miguel, who's one of the perennial powerhouses here in San Diego in the quarterfinals. Aguilar gets hacked down low by Blanchett. She'll go to the line for two. Valley Center trails 46-21, under 2 minutes to play here in the third. And it'll be Jasmine Aguilar, the senior, one of only two on this team at the charity stripe. Front end no good. Today's broadcast wraps up a long week. We started at La Jolla Country Day for boys basketball on Tuesday. They downed Army-Navy. Wednesday, we had a great softball matchup. Mission Hills taking on Eastlake. Mission Hills won 9-0. And then here tonight, Saturday, great girls basketball game on hand. Valley Center here at Del Norte on the back end of a home-and-home between these two programs. With Del Norte up 46-22. Ball stays up near the perimeter. Huntalis loses it, gets it back, goes into the corner now. Medley. Nice defense from Aguilar. Tried to dump it to Rush, popped away. Aguilar with it, 1-on-2. Aguilar, right wing. Tries to take the baseline. Huntalis dives on top, but it stays with Valley Center. 1:27 to play here, third quarter. Aguilar here calling out the plays, looking for Staley. And finds her on that left block. But she steps out and turns it over. Possession goes back to the Nighthawks. For Del Norte, this is a one-game homestand for them. They're at La Costa Canyon on the 21st. But then they're back home for Torrey Pines, Fallbrook, and Mission Hills. That shot is long, rebounded by Rush. She stepped out. Valley Center basketball. So that three-game homestand will be the longest of the season. That goes from the 23rd through the 30th here for Del Norte. Then they're on the road. They begin league play at Mission Hills at Poway. And every Palomar League game for Del Norte is a home and home. So they play on a Friday night either at home or away against a Palomar opponent. Then the next day it flips. Fleck pulls the trigger, 28-footer left short. Rebound falls to Del Norte. And Howa, nice little spin move there. Going coast to coast, tried to kick it into the corner, but a miscommunication between Claire Medley and Eleni Huntalis turns it over. Under a minute to play here in the third, 46-21. Del Norte up, they were up 29-19 at the end of two. Valley Center only 2 points so far here, actually 3. I think that we're missing a point on the board. It should be 46-22, and I'll discuss that at the end of the third. But currently, Valley Center only 3 points in the quarter. 14 on the shot clock. Fleck with it, loses her dribble. Nice defense from Huntalis. Into the middle, Staley. Nice fake right, goes left too hard. Rebound by Mazzetti. Put back is short, rebound Rush. No shot clock here for the Nighthawks, under 30 seconds to play. And a whistle is blown on the near sideline. Rush got wrapped up with Danica Fleck. It'll be side out Del Norte with 24 to go here in the third. No shot clock. And a big opportunity to capitalize here in the third quarter for Del Norte. Some of the looming games, Mission Hills and Torrey Pines specifically, are going to be really tough here for the Nighthawks. I'll go over the Valley Center schedule here in the fourth. Red Howell with it, 16 to go here in the third. Huntalis. Nice little drive down, under, up, and in for two. 48-21, 7 seconds to go. Fleck pushing the pace. Fleck with two. And she gets fouled on the right shoulder. She'll go to the line for two. Huntalis, Rendhawa, and Medley were all in there, and they're going to get Eleni Huntalis with her first foul. And that'll put her counterpart, Danica Fleck, to the free throw line. Fleck too hard on the first attempt. No subs coming in here with 1.5 to go in the third. Fleck hits the back end, goes 1 for 2 on that trip. And that's the end of the third. 48-22. At the end of 3, Del Norte up over Valley Center. 1 more quarter to play. I'll step aside. You know what? I'm going to keep it here. Why not? Let's utilize. Let's chat. Because honestly, Del Norte, this girls basketball team, they're really well put together. And I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. They're pretty young, right? They're led by Leah Biscocho, who's a sophomore. Simran Renthawa, who's a junior. Ilani Huntalis, who's a sophomore. Nicole Blanchard, who's a junior. Calista Tyrell, who's a sophomore. I mean, the most impactful players on this Nighthawk team are Bailey Barnhart, a freshman, Calista Tyrell, a sophomore, and really Simran Renthawa and Leah Biscocho. I mean, all of those players are, one's a junior and the rest are underclassmen. So this team that Melissa Pang has at Del Norte, that you are watching on Nest right now, right? The Nighthawk Entertainment Sports. I forgot what the T. I need the T here from our boy Dave Wheeler up top, but that you're watching right now. I mean, this Del Norte team is going to be really tough in the Palomar League. They're going to be really tough in Division I, and I'd expect them to give teams like Mount Miguel and Mission Hills and San Marcos and Rancho Bernardo, some of these really good, and Carlsbad, some of these North County teams, a really good run for their money over the course of the next few years in the early on parts of Melissa Pang's tenure. So out of the timeout, 4th quarter ready to go. Nighthawk basketball up 48-23, up by 25. Rush short on the attempt. Rebound by Staley here for Valley Center. And they did indeed change the score. It is 48-23. They had it at 22 at the end of the third. But now Aguilar with it. Jasmine Aguilar has been at the point all evening long, kicks it back out. Hannah Staley loses her dribble. Nice outlet to Aguilar, back to Staley into the corner. Lauren Staley tries a 12-footer and hits. Nice shot from the shoulder. 48-25, 23-point lead now. Rush was in the high post. She dribbles back out to the corner. Right baseline penetration on the reverse, off the fingertips, no good. And then it stays with Del Norte, a miscommunication with Aguilar and Fleck.
You got it. Next play.
Gives it back to the Nighthawks.
Switch everything. Switch.
On the inbound, it's taken by Rush.
Good job, Malaya.
Good lockdown defense as the ball finds Medley. Right block floater short. Rips down her own rebound, but the pass is taken by Staley. And almost a disaster, but Fleck able to retain it in the backcourt, bringing it up for Valley Center. Under 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Aguilar trying to get a little tricky with the land, leaves it short. Rebound falls to Rush. Here come the Nighthawks now. Turning on the pace. Little floater. Little too hard. Rush with the board, goes to the ground. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow favors the Jaguars. Valley Center basketball, 6.5 to go here in the fourth. And for Valley Center, coming into tonight at 2-1, back-to-back wins against Orange Glen to begin their season. Third game, first loss of the season last night to Del Norte. Here tonight in game number 4. Errant pass from Staley intended for Aguilar is tipped out of play by Medley. It'll stay with Valley Center. But after this, 4 days off, and then Valley Center heads back home to play Oceanside. They'll actually host Oceanside, Stage Creek, and Ramona in a 3-game homestand before heading out to Ramona. And league play begins, and they play San Pasqual, Escondido, Mount Carmel, and Fallbrook. Jump ball on the block between the Staley sisters and Medley, and it goes back to the Nighthawks here with 6 minutes to go. 23-point lead for Del Norte, under 6 to play in the fourth. Valley Center staying in it with their voices, chanting defense. Staley tips it away, keeps it alive, but not before she steps out of bounds. It'll stay with Del Norte. Subs coming in. Ella Storms checking back in. Malaya Pohas will take a seat. Danica Fleck will also go back to the bench. Coming back in is Jade Mazzetti. And on the inbound, a nice floater here for the Nighthawks brings their lead back up to 25. They've led by as much as 26 here today. Aguilar almost traveled with it, was able to get rid of it right before coming back down. Staley goes back to her. Good defense from Medley, forces an errant shot. Nice rebound from Lauren Staley, but her putback is too hard. Rush with the board. The outlet pass up all alone. Now Aguilar on the closeout, forces a tough layup. Rebound falls to Valley Center and Ella Storms. And now Jasmine Aguilar, who is yet to sit today, back up top with it. Trailing by 25, 5 to play here in the game. Valley Center really fought hard in that first half. They lost last night 67-21 to these very Nighthawks. Here down 50-25. Aguilar takes a seat. Danica Fleck comes back in here for Valley Center. But that's the thing. You know, both these programs are re-emerging in their own right. Valley Center in a full rebuild, but they have quite some assets to build through over the next few years. And Del Norte has quite a young squad with head coach Pang really making a statement in her opening few games as the head coach here at Del Norte. Valley Center, by the way, forced a turnover. That's Staley back out. And a three about 3 feet off to the left by Jaden Mazzetti gives the ball back to Del Norte here with 4:32 to go. Whereas Valley Center out in Division 4 playing the Valley League. Del Norte out of the Palomar League. Nice floater. Increased leader to 27 for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, my bad. I know. Subs.
Valley Center calls a timeout here with 4:18 to go, 52-25.
My bad.
It was an accidental timeout. So
260's after that? It's charged. Oh, you're there. 260?
all sorted out here. Ball side out here. Staley to inbound. Looked at her sister, but goes into the backcourt. Finds Danny Fleck, who's been a force from beyond the arc here today. Now Hannah Staley. Too hard from the right baseline. Rebound tracked down by Medley. Taken by the Nighthawks now with 4 minutes to play. Across the timeline. Nice closeout by Lauren Staley. The force to give up on that right post. Rush a little flip up with the left hand. No good. Mazzetti rips down that rebound. Way to stay strong, Jade Mazzetti. Valley Center with it. 3:45 to go, down by 27. They've only scored 6 points here in the second half after a 19-point first half. They only held Del Norte to 29 points. Staley misses the right shoulder jumper. Rebound tracked down. Here come the Nighthawks now. Pace being picked up. Rush with it. High post. Ripped away by Aguilar. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors Valley Center. And the Jaguars force a turnover. Danica Fleck all over the place, both offensively and defensively here for these Jaguars. Lauren Staley brings it in to Danica Fleck, bringing it up. Against his own defense now. And a rejection on the right elbow jumper. Nighthawks with it. 3:10 to go here in the ball game, up by 27. Medley down low. Rush with it. Flips it up and in for two. 54-25 now. Fleck with it. Looking for a screen, isn't going to get it, and instead dumps it off with the ball sipped out of play by Medley. It'll stay with Valley Center. 2:46 to go here in the game. Malaya Pohas going to check back in. Jasmine Mazzetti, rather Jaden Mazzetti, going to take a seat. She's played very well off the bench so far in this one for Valley Center, but only 2:46 to go. Down by 29. Staley loses it, gets it back off her head, right in front of me, able to save it to Aguilar. In the corner with 9 on the shot clock. Aguilar tries to create space, gets trapped, looking for a black jersey, dumps to Staley with 2 on the shot clock. Staley will have to hoist it up. leaves it long. Pojas with the rebound, puts it back up, can't get it in. And the Nighthawks regain possession here. 2-on-2 fast break. Right block floater is short. Rebound falls to Aguilar and Valley Center. 2:15 to go here in the fourth, 54-25. Aguilar with it. Goes right wing to Fleck. Fleck gets bodied up, and a foul is called by Rush as she stepped into the middle. It's a blocking foul. 5 team fouls, now only 1 to give for Del Norte for the final 2:03. 4 team fouls for Valley Center, so they have 2 to give here in the fourth quarter. Aguilar goes up top. Staley with it, fakes left, loses it off the foot of Rush, tracks it down into the corner, but she slides out of play, and the Nighthawks will get it back. 1:57 to go here in the fourth quarter, 54-25. Nighthawks firmly in control of this one after scoring 35 points here in the second half, only 6 for Valley Center. Nice little drive by Medley, and the floater is good for 2. Chris Medley with a medley of moves to get to the rack. Timeout taken by Valley Center and Coach Lily Tomlinson. 1:40 to play here in the game. And probably the last timeout. To thank our sponsors, each and every one, for helping us here get our broadcast up and going. And folks, a special thank you to Aventis Health, who congratulates all CIF athletes, their schools, and supporting communities for their achievements. Your strength inspires us to do more than practice medicine. You inspire us to transform lives. Aventis Health, the official healthcare partner of the CIF, together stronger. So 1:40 to go here in the game. It's been a really fun broadcast. Our first multi-camera broadcast here on the Prep Insider San Diego section stream. And it couldn't have been done without the phenomenal staff here at Del Norte High School, to Kyle and Dave, and Kyle's son, who I'm sure has a name, but I keep forgetting. I want to say it's Anthony, but I don't think that's right. But they do a great job here with the Nest and Network, for all intents and purposes. They have really innovated how high school sports is shot, how it's outputted, and just a great atmosphere for fans to be able to watch at home from all the schools that come and play at this great school in North County. So out of the timeout, 1:35 to go. Aguilar fakes the little fake out to the left and then dribble drive in. Rush hacks her, and she'll go to the line for 2. And just so we're clear, I suck with names. It's nothing against anybody. I don't remember names. I'm very good with faces. Digging my own grave here on the broadcast. Fleck can't hit the front end. In Valley Center, in that Valley League, I mean, it's pretty much dominated by San Pasqual, but I think over the course of the next few seasons, with what they have going here with the Jaguars, as Mazzetti rips down the offensive rebound, and what a nice little floater from 5 feet out. 56-27, 1:30 to play. Valley Center is going to be good in that Valley League in the next few seasons. Just like Del Norte is going to be very good. They are really good in this Palomar League, but they're going to be even better starting this year into the next half of the 2021-2020 school year. Down low, a little tie-up. Arlette Ramirez checked in for her first minutes and forces the jump ball. It stays with the Nighthawks, 56-27 lead, $1:15 to play here in the game. Medley with it, hands it off into the corner. Pass up top is fired errant, but saved at midcourt. Stripped away, taken by Ramirez. Ramirez, nice little fake left to right. The floater is left short, though, on the left hand by Fleck. Taken up all alone is Rush. She'll lay it up and in for 2. 58-27, 50 seconds to go here in the game. Nighthawks will improve to 6-2 overall on the season. They open up league play on the 30th against Mission Hills, but they'll be at La Costa Canyon on the 21st. Valley Center will drop to 2-2. They'll host Oceanside on the 21st for their next game. Ramirez gets rejected on the left wing, tie up in that same spot, and it'll stay with Valley Center. No shot clock, 29 seconds to go here in the ball game. Ramirez up top. Dumps it left post to Storms. Loses her dribble. Nice fake right. Had some space left. Leaves it short. Rebound ripped down by the Nighthawks. 15 seconds to go in the game. And all you have to do is hold it now. Why not, though? Be aggressive and flip it in for two. 60-27. 7 seconds to go. Fleck will bring it up with 3. Fleck with 2. Ball is stolen. Game is over. Nighthawks win this one 60-27. It was a really nice effort from a team-wide performance, but the leaders here tonight, Calista Tyrell, Nikki Majetti, Bailey Barnhart, getting the job done for Coach Pang as they move to 6-2 overall on the season. Jaguars move to 2-2 after the tough loss. Well, it's been a fun day here from Del Norte. What better way to spend a Saturday evening than with some quality women's hoops with some great people in a beautiful place like San Diego, California. But for everybody who made our broadcast possible, special thanks to everybody in the section office, Christian Pedersen and the Prep Insider crew, Kyle, Dave, and all of our wonderful camera people here at Del Norte. My name is Jonathan Rifkin signing off. We will see you next Wednesday for our Prep Insider broadcast, where I will be up at La Costa Canyon as they host Rancho Bernardo for a top 5 California baseball matchup. Until then, for everybody who made this broadcast possible, enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.